I keep thinking back to the only occasion when the woman that you now live with and I were in the same room at the same time. You remember that, don't you? The night you invited her to invade our space. Didn't matter much. I was only home that night for having heaved the emptiness of my stomach in a bookstore bathroom. I was sick, but she doesn't mind. I remember a lot of things about that night, like the way she walked in displacing more than just the air around her, asking only after having already rearranged my furniture, moved my yellow chair to her liking. The reverence of your self-correction, a swift and unhesitant concession at her exclamation of dismay. What did you just say? When you uttered your oft-defended favorite slang, bitch. Such courtesy, what a gentleman, except that it was a respect you'd never before bestowed upon my request. I was just supposed to know what you meant, which was of course never any harm, so it doesn't make sense I should have allowed my heart to break, seeing you drunkenly running to rap on the window near where she stood smoking outside. She was amusing to you in a way I had long since ceased being. Your riotous laughs rang while I, too sensitive, too serious, too sad all the time, sat an invisible spectator as your admiration for her blossomed before my eyes. But that's all beside the point. The moment that haunts me most now, the one that pulls its sticky tendrils through the recesses of my mind, leaving its permanent residue behind it, her and I in agreement. A shared hatred unearthed in a session of living room literary criticism. The character held in contempt, Holden fucking Caulfield. His sick, misogynistic selfishness, his narcissistic and shallow nihilism. How many goddamn times he said goddamn and phonies. I had just finished forcing myself through that copy of Catcher in the Rye, the one I promised to lend you on completion. My relief at your adoption of our disdain, I could finally set that sinking feeling I had gotten while reading it aside. The feeling that you just might identify. I couldn't possibly be dating a Holden in disguise, could I? It was a question my heart couldn't bring itself to pose and present before my mind, but the answer came in due time. No matter how I committed myself to the art of hide and seek, it sought me. The truth of who you were burrowed inside my piecemeal heart, and as much as it still pains me I had to say goodbye. Who I thought you were still haunts me. The dissidence keeping me awake at night, my soul still whispering into the darkness its counter message of hello. Please come home.